good morning. Welcome back to Thailand. So, True Blue Thai here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. Okay, one Sao. It's Saturday here in Thailand. I hope you're doing well. And it's another cloudy day, but humid. It's about 29-30 degrees. Mid-morning here in Thailand. So I just want to wish you hello. Anyway, so for instance, before let's get into it, so let's crack on, because again, for instance, there's been another busy day for Man City. A lot of interest in the club, on and off the field. Right, okay, so let's have a look. So just pop onto the ladies for 1 second. So it appears that England played last night. English ladies played last night against, for instance, won last night, and Portugal, and won 6-0. We have the Euros for the women coming up soon, and Lauren Hemp, Jess Pack, and Alex Green all played a part yesterday. So. Which is excellent to see. No injuries again, so nice to see. But nice to see those three back in, because we certainly missed them during the season. What's it called at City, but it's nice to see them back in England shirts, starting lineup, and England are very happy to see them back as well. So right, okay, so let's crack on. Now, it appears that the Reijnders deal now, it looks like it's really stepping up now. Appears that, for instance, there was a Manchester City, it looks like there's an agreement now in place for about, I think it's about working out at 70 million euros, but works out at 55 million pounds, for according to Purple Panel now, saying that City have an total agreement with AC Milan for Tiara Reijnders. Deal struck after a new improved bid accepted by totaling 55 million pounds, including add-ons and a long-term deal. Medical next on the 26-year-old. Don't touch me. So I can really say I'm going to put it out as 95%. You never know, 95%. You never know what happens. Is what you call it. Is medical, but I do believe, for instance, it is near enough a done deal. So excellent. So I can welcome Tiara Reijnders to Manchester City near enough. So wonderful. Look forward to seeing him. Then there was a talk about Cherki from City, who is coming to City as well. I believe there was there's a lot of people pointing out a lot of things, so you just got to take everything into context and see, for instance, who's telling the truth, who's not. So for instance, right. So with Cherki. He's keen. Appears that Cherki has been given the green light of £40 million for the transfer. Again, that pluses and minuses. 40 million euros for the transfer. Which is no surprise. I think that's another top estimate. I think this is 25 million euros. There wasn't a clause in his contracts. I believe there was I believe that's illegal in France to have those things. But it bears that it was £9 million to his partner club, and then the rest of the money, I think, for instance. But I think it come between 25 and 30. Someone's now they're saying 40 here in this. This poster saying now, but I can see this happening very, very soon, and even Fabrizio is talking about it as well. So there we go. Plans to convert. So I can expect that deal to get fast forward quite quickly, really, and so I hope that and then we can focus now on a left back, for instance, the left back, the Wolves left back we've been linked with as well. But I know Khaldun and Mubarak, the German, say we're going to get these players in before for the Club World Cup, and it looks like we're doing that. So I expect a deal to be accepted, and personal terms as well, and yeah, him to come. There has been talk about him and his attitude and his by, for instance, Thierry Henry plus a few others. But I'm kind of Manchester City do the due diligence on players, and if there is an issue with a player, for instance, we will know about it. So I'm confident this guy is going to be very happy with City. So for instance, Pep's not. We're not going to get for instance, a selfish player or a back-tempered player. It's not something that we do at City. Right. Okay. So the other news yesterday was concerning Pep Guardiola's backroom stuff. And there was two names that brought up. One was Carlo Torre. He was in the EDS at the moment, coaching those. He looks like he's going to be promoted into the senior squad. And former Liverpool's right-hand man under Jurgen Klopp, Pep Linders, is starting work in June as well. Also available for the Club World Cup. So there you go. So that was a bit of a shocker. Been some negative press from the Liverpool fans I heard on a few channels saying he was and he was the downfall. He was the architect of newness coming to Liverpool, etc. What's it called? But damn certain Klopp would have kept him on if, for instance, if it was the guy was a bit of a flake. So I'm not buying that too much, to tell the truth. So, but again, for instance, it's that's what four couple of black guys from the background staff, and then two more, and it just goes to show to me exactly what kind of football we want to play. Because I do think Man City are going to play a different type of football in 2025-26. I think it's going to be more of fast attacking, like we're saying yesterday, with the likes of Cherki and Reijnders, and with the Rodri and like holding back, etc. Well, because we've still got, for instance, the fast attacking windows with Mamouche as well. Fast attacking, I think, for instance, this is the style of play. The side to side tippy tappy football, I think, will be a thing from the past. But I think there'll be definitely a different style of football played in Manchester City next season, and getting Pierre Reijnders in, etc. is just another indication of which way we're going down in our football style. Kyle Walker, I saw an interview with Kyle Walker. It appears that, for instance, he was a lot of people who said he just left, but I believe that's not the case. He's gone on record now saying, I saw an interview with him. He said there was a message sent out to the players at the campus, the Etihad campus, saying Kyle Walker's leaving, and it was less to say a few words. Kyle said 150 people turned up to say goodbye, and he said, I couldn't believe it. So everybody turned up, and he wished everybody a goodbye, and he said it was a real tearjerker. For instance, I never expected this, and he said he was very, very upset. It said, according to this tweet here, says Kyle Walker will not be joining AC Milan permanently, and now set to return to Man City. Even if he returns to Man City, I do think he'll be moving on to somewhere else. He won't be joining the Man City squad. Pep definitely ruled that out. So he won't be joining in the World Cup. I wish him luck or whatever, and thank you very much for your service, Kyle. For instance, and it's a shame the way it's ended, really, with him. He was arguably one of the best right backs we've ever had, and it's a great servant to the club, so it's a shame to see him go, really, but the way that it worked out, but unfortunately. Bayern, Eintracht Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Bayern Leverkusen, as well as Notts Forest and West Ham, and also at Everton are also admirers of Jason Mcatee. And Jason Mcatee heard that he might be interested in going over to the Bundesliga, as he's seen a lot of players going over there, for instance, and getting their careers back on track, as it were, or doing well over there. So this could be something. It'd be a shame to see Jason Mcatee leaving. I do think he's got a lot more to offer, but unfortunately it's about game time, and he wants game time, and unfortunately, like Gold Palmer, like I forgot his name yesterday, Cole, it's a juggling act, and again with these EDS players, some of them now say, right, I want to like divide, Simpson Pussy, I've had my time in EDS, I want to first team football now, and it's hard because City want to bring them through, but unfortunately we can't bring them through because again it's difficult really, bringing young players through. So, we'll see what happens. But I'll be very upset to see Jackson Mcatee go, as well as Rico Lewis. But also people are talking about him going. I hope not. But he hasn't said anything. Other news. Girona, I heard this one was quite interesting. Girona sporting director Guiti Quera has contacted Man City of a list of players available on loan. The sides are waiting for UEFA approval to begin negotiation, but the Girona want to identify players early. Claudia Echeverri stands out. Again, this also might be an opportunity for Simpson Puzi. For instance, if he doesn't want to stay, we've got this a fantastic a Spanish league club, etc. One of our partner clubs, and so for instance, and that might be an opportunity for the EDS players to go over there. I don't want to see Echeverri go over there, for instance, even for a season or so. I just want to see him adapting to the city. But again, I thought he's played fairly well, as well as could be for the time and the minutes he's had with us in the first team squad. And I just want to see him because he's fast and he's where is he going to play and how long is he going to play? Is he going to be okay sitting on the bench? But go for 6 months maybe, I don't know. But I don't want to see Echeverri, definitely don't want to see Echeverri go. There you go, under the Cherki thing, £30 million they're saying. So, Calvin Phillips undergoing surgery at an Achilles injury and suspected back fit in August. The 29-year-old has not featured for Pep Guardiola's Man City plans to be searching a move away from the club. More like Leeds might go in for him. So and he was his club. The boss has been speaking as well. When I talk about the boss, I've been talking about Mr. Khaldun Mubarak. For instance, a few things again. I want to do a special video of the boss rather than just picking up in small bits and pieces of what he said. His comments about the 115, another year, in a very frank, open, didn't flinch, just said, don't know, but he wants to speak about it afterwards. For instance, and I see what he has to say about it when we finally get the decision. I get the impression that, for instance, he doesn't know. Maybe he does, maybe he's not saying. Maybe he's a good poker player. The ticking issue. Also, he never failed. He said also, for instance, he needs to trust the fans and City. He knows about the City matters. The issue on ticketing, I am not okay with. With the way it's worked out. I think the management team is working very closely with City managers, addressing and understanding these issues. The key is in solving any issues, understanding what the issues are. So I do believe there will be a compromise in that. We get the club need to talk and also put its point of view through as well, because we do see one thing, everything coming from City Matters, 1894, Big Steve, whatever, going from one side. I do want to see what City, the club is thinking about, and so I like to see both people's talks about it. There was this talk yesterday about facial recognition now going in, and the fans are not liking that, because if you've got somebody else's season card and you've borrowed it, paid them because you can't, and now you got to go these facial recognition, you're not going to be able to get in, are you? So, and the fans are saying, well, that doesn't feel like a sense of trust. So, but Yeah, it's a tough one. It really is, and I hope the fans at the City Matters and the club actually come together with it. I know the cost of football is ridiculous now, but I do believe, for instance, I do hope that, for instance, we will be able to come together and come to an agreement. Right. Anything else? Liam Delap going to Chelsea, 30 million quid. Carlo Torre and Pep Landers. Yeah. Other than that, that's about it really. Yeah. So other than that, so I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, I can see us getting definitely the Reijnders, and I'll definitely give it a 95% now. More confident that will get through, unless something happens in the medical. And Cherki will also. I'm not going to. I do believe in the club. We do. There was a report to saying that, because people saying, oh well, he's got an attitude, and then I heard a report saying that Manchester City have actually spoken to his former coach. So yeah, so it's I'm not overly reliant on for instance what some people are saying about him. So I kind of going to trust in what he says. Trust in the club, and I believe, for instance, from what I've seen against him, I think he'd be a fantastic addition to the club. There was another guy, was it Bar? No, but whatever, from Spain, Valencia, is it? So, for instance, it would cost Man City a bit more. That's not, I'm sure that's not the problem, but we'll see. But again, for instance, I'm happy and buoyed up with the fact that we're getting these players in, and yeah, so it's definitely put a smile on my face, knowing that Liverpool, what's it, 105 million. I think they're going to have to spend a bit more. Come on, it'll be money, and to get inverts. See how much they're going to go for. I think he's going to go for 120. I think really do. And what's it called? I just hope that Liverpool don't get accused of buying the league after getting Frimpong over there and trying to get in Cherki. So United won a game yesterday, I believe. They won the Educational Cup. 1-0 down from Hong Kong and come back to win 3-1. And it looks like their star man Ratface is off to Saudi, 100 million by the looks of it, so a pretty damn decent deal for him. No news on Edison, but again, unless something comes in for him, everybody's so convinced he's going to Saudi. But and LB was talking about today about going to Barcelona, but he wants to go to Saudi for the bag, for the money. I'm not really 100% confident that, for instance, he's going to go to leave. Maybe everybody's convinced he's going to go. Yes, we're looking at new goalkeepers, but we'll see what happens. But until my proper bid comes in, and something at the moment nothing's come in for him, so we'll see what's that. We'll see. I just hope he stays. Okay, and also Ortega as well, because having two great goalkeepers is good for the club. Anyway, guys. Sort of Gat from Thailand, True Blue Thai here from Thailand. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe. I'll do a daily video every single day. We'll have a chat for about 20 minutes, and yeah, if I can stop getting eaten by mosquitoes. It's the time of the year. For instance, there's a lot more mosquitoes hanging around. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna love you. Leave a True Blue Thai from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow.